Good afternoon, everyone. So we'll have the continuation of the biasing in BJT amplifier circuits. So yesterday we have seen the one of the biasing circuit, okay, normally called as voltage divider bias circuit. So this is the circuit which is there in this problem here. So the base of the transistor will be voltage divided by two resistors R1 and R2, and collector side you have RC, emitter side RE, and we have discussed the effect of each of this. So RE will provide a negative feedback action. Okay. So now we'll try to design this circuit with some parameters given. Okay. So this is a textbook question. Maybe the same may come in the exam or it may be some altered. Okay. So the values may be altered. So design the bias network of the amplifier in figure shown to establish a current IE is equal to 1 milliamp. So IE value they have given, it should be 1 milliamp. For that you have to design using a power supply VCC they have given plus 12 volt. The transistor is specified to have a nominal beta value of 100. So beta value. So these three values are given. So using this value, so you have to find out the values of the resistors R1, R2, RC and RE. Design is nothing but you should get the values of these resistors. Okay, so it's such a simple. So how you proceed, it depends on how much better you have understood this circuit. Okay, so I have given the notes also, you have written down and studied that. Okay, only then able to understand. So otherwise, so the first thing is we could not exactly design the network. Always remember in electronics circuits there is a approximation. Okay, first, second, third approximation and all we call. Okay, approximation means exact values we could not find out. Nearest value you have to find out. Okay, and for that also yesterday in the design I told you. Okay, there is a rule of thumb. So VBB value should be 1/3 of VCC. Okay, like that. Such approximation we will use it, and based on that we will find out the value. Okay, so that's how design works. Okay, so you'll see this answer for this. You can write down this. So now you can just observe that. After the session, I will send you the notes. Note down day to day. Okay, so day to day it is only 15 or 20 minutes it will take. At the end it is difficult. I have given every PDF. I will study that. It doesn't going to work for control system and analog circuits. I'm frankly telling, write down once so that you will understand. Okay. Okay, answer. So anyhow where I can proceed, I can start from RE, I can start from RC, wherever. Okay, but whichever is required least factor. Okay, so from there normally we will begin. Okay. Okay, so how it is solved. So just first thing, so this circuit you have to always keep in mind. Okay, whatever I have shown you that circuit. So this circuit I am designing. So you should know the analysis correctly here. Analysis in the sense each mathematical part. So here R1 is there, here R2 is there, here RE is there, and here RC is there. So some equations we have done now, so that you should remember. Okay, this is RC, this is RE, this is R1, and here it is R2, and this R2 we have approximated in analysis as VBB. Okay, VBB we have made, which is nothing but VCC into R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay, so this side you have the VCC 12 volt. Okay, so they have given, so RE is there, so this side you will have the current IE. So this IE should be 1 milliamp. Okay, so that is the requirement. Then here VB is there, it is a silicon transistor we will assume. Okay, if nothing is given we will assume silicon transistor only, so that VB value is 0.7. Okay, so this is known. Okay, so then this is the collector base side, so this is normally called as VCB, and here this is collector and this is emitter, so this voltage we call it as normally VCE. Okay, and here this is RC, the current through this RC is IC. Okay, all these are analysis, you know that. And here voltage divider, here voltage divider current will be there, and here you will have the base current IB. Okay, so now based on this analysis, which one we can easily find out. Okay, so for that we will be using the basic Kirchhoff's voltage law and Ohm's law. Okay, so now to find out RE. Okay, so what we require here is the V value, the emitter value with respect to ground is called as VE, we told, right, in the last class. So V is given as emitter current into emitter resistor, I into RE. So IE value they have given, it is 1 milliamps. So what I require here is VE value. So VE value, how to find out? So how it is related, based on that we have to go. Okay. So as a rule of thumb, as I told you, voltage drop across R2. Voltage drop across R2 is this one. It is called as VBB or just VB. Okay. So which is 1/3 of VCC. So that we will assume it. Okay. So 1/3 of VCC, VCC value is 12. So from this we got value as 4 volt. So this VBB value here is 4 volt. Okay. This value I got. Why I am finding this? Because I can apply the KVL here. VB is known. Okay. And V, if I consider, so this value is known, so that I can easily find out the VE value. Okay. So if I know the VE value, I can find out the RE value. That's the idea. Okay. So voltage drop across RC is also 1/3. So this part we'll take up later. Similarly, voltage drop across RC. So that means here VC. Okay. So this is called as VC here. Collector voltage with respect to common ground. Voltage drop across RC is 1/3 VCC. That is IC into RC. So possible signal swing at the collector is 1/3 VCC. Signal swing. Okay. To get the proper signal swing. This all thing we have discussed. So that only we are using. Okay, so from this, so now we can write V is equal to VB minus VB. So this is a standard relation also, or else you can find out from here applying KVL. So here we have 3 voltages. One is VB. Okay, then VB is there with respect to transistor, and then VE is there. Okay, so if you write the KVL here, you will get this equation, or else standard equation I told you yesterday, VBE, the base to emitter voltage is given as VB, the base voltage with respect to ground minus emitter voltage with respect to common ground, VB minus VE. The same relation I have used here. VE is equal to V. If I take this side, so VB will go that side. So VB minus VB becomes VE. Okay. Now we can easily substitute. VB value is known here. 4 volt we have calculated from this 1/3 VCC. So 4, and then VB for silicon transistor it is 0.7. If they have mentioned germanium transistor, 0.3. Okay. So this value you got it as 3.31. So since V is known, IE is 1 milliamp, RE we can straight away we can calculate. RE is equal to VE by IE, which is 3.3 by 1 milliamps equal to 3.3 kilo. So this milli becomes kilo in numerator. So 3.3 kilo is the value of RE. It does not stop over here. We need to calculate one by one all the resistor values. So then we need to check our design is satisfying that 1 milliamp, all these things. Okay. So first we got RE value now as 3.3 kilo. Okay. So this much you understood, I hope. So next you write down once, you will understand definitely. Okay. No, simple problems. So next we similarly we have to find out the R1 and R2. Okay. So to find out R1, R2, we require the voltage divider current. And that also we have given second assumption in the analysis. That should be 0.1 IE. Voltage divider current should be 0.1 IE. It should not exceed that. Okay. So 0.1 into IE is 1 milliamps. So value is 0.1 milliamps. So that means the resistor R1 and R2 together, if we consider IB value is negligible. So this voltage divider current is 0.1 milliamps. Okay. So that is together R1 plus R2. So R1 plus R2 is given as, it is Ohm's law. Okay. Resistor equal to voltage by current. Voltage here is VCC. VCC is connected now here 12 volt VCC, and the current value is 0.1 milli, right? 0.1 IE. So 0.1. So from this what you got? 0.1 into 1 milli. So you'll get 120 kilo. This is not the R1 value. R1 and R2 both together it is 120 kilo. Now we have to find out R1 and R2. How to find out? We know already that VB value in previous calculation. Okay, that is the voltage drop across R2, which is 1/3 VCC. So that is 4 volt. Directly I have written this. Okay. So what is that equation? VB equation R2 by R1 plus R2 into VCC. Analysis part we have used it. So now from this, what I can calculate here is R1 plus R2 is known, which is 120 kilo ohm. VCC is 12, and this VB is 4. Already I have substituted. R2 I can calculate easily, right? So I can write this.
Can you repeat that once again?
Which one?
R2 divided by R1 plus R2. How did we get that?
Oh my God. Last class, are you present? No. Here, VB.
Yes,
so this
sir.
VB is voltage divider rule. Okay, voltage divider. What it says here, the resistor value is R2 into total voltage coming to this resistor is VCC. Okay, divide by total resistor R1 plus R2. Clear? So this is done. Yesterday's notes, if you have together there, so you will understand. If you are not writing down, you are not working out, doesn't going to work. Okay, so just see that. So this is the same equation yesterday I have discussed. Same thing I have taken here to solve the problem. Okay, so substitute whatever values you have. R2 by 120 kilo ohm into 12 equal to 4. So you simplify this. 12 tens are 10 fours are. So R2 you will get 40 kilo. So once you got 40 kilo ohm, you know R1 plus R2 is 120. So 120 minus 40 will give you straight away R1. R1 equal to 80 kilo ohm. Okay. So now at this point, so since you got R1, R2, and we have designed this based on the assumption 0.1 IE and VBE 1/3 of VCC. So we have to check at this point, is it satisfying IE equal to 1 milliamp? Okay. Is it going to give that current? So just we'll try in between. Okay. So just cross verifying our calculation. If some minor mistakes, minor changes we have to do, we have to do that. Okay. Because it is analog circuits, design and analysis. Just design not works. You have to do analysis parallelly. Okay. That's why this point now, to get the more accurate estimate for IE taking into account, so non-zero base current, that is the assumption we have taken now. We'll substitute in the main equation. This is the equation we have derived yesterday, right? So it is VBB minus VBE by RE plus RB by beta plus 1. So now we know the VBB value, VBE and RE value is known, and RB value we know. Okay, RB value is nothing but R1 parallel to R2. Just we can substitute and check, is it getting 1 milliamps? Okay, so I have substituted here. You can use the calculator. 4 minus 0.7, 3.3 was RE we have first designed. Then R1, R2, just now we have calculated. Its parallel is nothing but RB. Okay, then beta value is given 100 plus 1. So when you do the calculation, you will get 0.93 milliamps. That means there is a 0.7 degradation, okay, in IE value. To restore this IE value to its nominal value would be to reduce the RE from 3.3 kilo ohm by the magnitude of the second term. So in the conditions yesterday we have discussed this, right? RE value should be much greater than RB by beta plus 1. Okay, this is one condition we have discussed, and there are contradictory statements were there. And this should be in a range. Okay, this should satisfy this. So if it is much larger also, it is affecting the IE value here. Okay. So because of this, so this factor, if you calculate only this factor, it is giving 0.267 kilo ohm. So for that, so 3.3, if we subtract this 0.267, we'll get something around 3.0 something. So that we can approximate this value to 3 kilo ohm. So now if I make RE this 3.3 instead of 3, if I take, my IE value will come 1.01 milliamps, which is approximately. It is not less than 1, at least greater than 1 or approximately equal to 1 milliamps. That's why what is the correction now? R1, R2 is same value. RE value, instead of taking 3 kilo ohm, you have to take 3 kilo ohm. Okay. So this is the updation you have to do there in the calculation. Okay. So there is no clear cut formula wise answer is not there. Okay. Fine. Now last thing is RC we have to find out. Okay. So in the design, what is left out? RC. For RC also we have the equation VC is equal to VCC minus ICRC. Again it is a, so in the circuit you have RC here. Okay. Upper side of the collector RC. So here current through this RC is IC. Okay. That is the voltage drop. Okay. VC is here where collector voltage with respect to ground. So this VCC is connected to this collector side. In that, resistor is normally it is absorbing heat, right? That means it is an minus. Okay. So VCC minus ICRC will give you this collector voltage here. Okay. So here RC is there. So VC you can calculate. VCC is known and IC is known. IC is approximately equal to IE, that we have to do. And we can calculate the RC. So RC from this equation is VCC minus VC by IC. So now we need to find out this. Okay, what are, don't know, VCC is directly known 12 volt. IC and VC we have to calculate. How we calculate VC? So VC can be calculated also as VCC minus VB. Okay, so it is VCC minus VB is given as collector voltage. Okay, so that is 12 minus 4 equal to 8 volt. Okay, because this side VCC also connected here through VB. Okay, so it's parallelly. Okay, here R1, R2 like this, it is connected, right? So this is the VB part. Okay, so VB part is subtracted from VC, will be this part. Okay, like that. So 12 minus 4, it is 8 volt. So IC value is alpha times IE. So IC, how you calculate IC? Alpha times IE, it is the equation. Alpha, how you calculate? From beta. Beta by beta plus 1, which is nothing but 100 by 101. Beta value is known. So from that, alpha is 0.99. 0.99 is approximately 1. So that's why it is 1 into 1 becomes 1 milliamps. I have written 0.99 here, taking this exact value. You can write 1 milliamp also. Okay, so it is not going to do much difference. 1 into 1 milliamp, it is 1 milliamp is the IC current. So that's why IC and IE approximately they are equal. Okay, so now if you substitute these values, VCC is 12, VC is 8, 12 minus 8 divided by 1 milli. You can take 0.99 milli also. Again, approximation, it will come near 3.8, something like that. So 4 you can write. Okay, so if you take 1 milli only, so directly you will get 4 kilo. So this is the value of RC. Okay, so here the design is over. The first bias circuit, voltage divider bias circuit, RE, R1, R2 and RC all are designed. So this is the answer for the problem. Clear? Okay, so just go through once again. Okay, so read it, write it once, so you'll understand. Okay, we'll go to another circuit today. Okay, so that's what's agenda. So another circuit, just we'll see the circuit and we'll see the equations. Equations are nothing but your again that concept. Okay, so applying KVL, KCL and writing the equation, and we'll see the problem also for that. So this is the second biasing circuit which is effective, that is called as collector to base feedback resistor. Okay, so how this circuit is here? So emitter side resistor is not there in from previous. RC is there like previous, but now from this collector to base we have given a feedback, because base to emitter, this is a common emitter configuration. Base to collector, emitter is common, that is common emitter configuration. Now from collector to base, meaning what? Output to input. Now we have given a feedback resistor. Okay, earlier feedback resistor was given at RE here. Now this is given at here RB. Okay, so that is the modification in the bias circuit to get the stable operating point. Okay, so figure shows a simple but effective alternating biasing arrangement suitable for common emitter amplifiers. Okay, the circuit employs a resistor RB connected between the collector and the base. Okay, resistor RB provides negative feedback which helps to stabilize the bias point of the BJT. So just I told you there are many biasing circuits are there. You are not going to study everything here. Okay, and BJT is not a much discussion here, just to elaborate. Okay, the only major biasing circuits. Okay, this is the second circuit in that. Okay, so whatever you are learning, everything is new for you. Okay, so in a single sitting you may not understand. Okay, so work out together with me. Okay, so write the notes and read it. Okay, so then again you can later on you can listen to. Okay, so if classes restarted, we can do the revision that time. Okay, fine. Analysis of the circuit is shown here. Just nothing but writing the equation here. Okay, so what is the equation here? VCC equal to IE into RC plus IB RB plus VB. So just we'll go back to the circuit. So I have written the KVL equation here. So here this is the IE current now. Okay, this is not just RC current now, because here IB is also there, because feedback is given. So this is a current now, IC plus IB, nothing but which is equal to IE. Okay, I have applied the KVL like this in this path. Okay, from VCC to ground. In this side I have written the KVL now. So I have the VCC here, then I have the voltage drop IE into RC. Then I am moving this path IB into RB, and then I have the VBE. Okay, so base to emitter voltage VBE. Okay, that is the constant. So that's what only I have written there as an equation. Okay, so along with your major note, you can, while sitting for online session, you can have a rough note also. Okay, just to work out, because figure will be in one slide. I will be explaining the analysis in another page. Okay, so that's why it will be. So you have to work out together. Okay. So that is what the equation, VCC equal to IE into RC plus IB RB plus VBE. Okay. So why I have written the equation in terms of IE? Because it is easy, right? IE is approximately equal to IC. And you know that biasing circuit is nothing but establishing the collector current. First thing is establishing the collector current. Don't forget this, okay? And then making that it should not vary with the beta value and temperature variations. That is the second point, okay, that we have seen yesterday in the beginning, okay? So that is what I am going to do now. So now this IB also I will write it in terms of IE. Yesterday I have reused this equation. How I got this? IE equal to IC plus IB. IC is beta times IB. So beta plus 1 IB. So IB is equal to IE by beta plus 1. I'm telling by mouth. Okay, yesterday I have did it. Okay, no need to repeat again. So that I have substituted. So from this, what is the IE expression? Here too IE is common here. So I will VBE, I will take that side. So it will become VCC minus VBE divided by factors of IE. That is RC plus RB by beta plus 1. Okay. So this equation looks similar to yesterday's equation. Instead of VCC, you had VBB. Instead of RE, you have RC now. Okay. Only that is the change, remaining all same. Okay. So this is the emitter current. So you have established a collector current now. You can further write IC is equal to alpha times IE. Not necessary. This is the equation which establishes the collector current. Now, second aspect is analysis. We should not vary with the factors of beta. So it follows that to obtain a value of IE that is insensitive to variation of beta, we select this RC value should be much larger than this value, or this value should be much lesser than RC value. Okay, both way you can say. RC value should be much larger than RB by beta plus 1, or RB by beta plus 1 value should be much lesser than RC value. Okay, so then it should be independent of beta. Okay. Note, however, that the value of RB determines the allowable signal swing at the collector. So second aspect of the condition is you should get maximum signal swing. For that, what is the condition? The VCB. So where comes the VCB here? We have taken the feedback register, right? RB to collector. So here collector is there and this is base. So this is called as the VCB. So this voltage is called as the VCB. Okay, so what is connected here? RB is connected with current IB. That's why VCB is nothing but IB into RB, Ohm's law. Simple. Okay, where IB is there, I have substituted IE into RB by beta plus 1. So this equation is required to solve the problem. Okay, so this is about the analysis of this circuit. Simple. Okay, so we had the collector to base. So I have applied the KVL at the input side. I got this equation, and from that I got the IE value. Then I have written the 2 points. One point is RC value should be much larger than this factor. And to get the maximum signal swing, VCB should be this value. That's it. Okay. Now we'll design we'll solve the problem on this. Okay. I will just finish it off. If you have any queries last, if time permits, I will try to elaborate. Okay. So only problem you are happening here is, I don't know what you have EDC, electronic devices and circuits, how much extent you have understood. Okay, because all these basic fundamentals are there from there only. Again, I could not take up everything from there. Okay, so whatever you have not understood, we can take up that. Okay, and not much also. Okay, I don't know what you have gone through, which expression you have gone through. I am not aware of. Okay, I am starting with analog circuits. Directly I have taken the biasing part. Okay, so for that to understand, just work out. Okay, together. So this is the question. Design the collector to base biasing circuit to obtain a DC emitter current of 1 milliamps. DC emitter current means same IE value is given here, which is 1 milliamps. And to ensure a plus or minus 2 volt signal swing at the collector. If we say plus or minus 2 volt signal swing at the collector, you will not understand. That's why they have given that is, meaning you should design for VC value equal to plus 2.3 volt. VCE value they have given, that is collector to emitter voltage they have given, and also take VCC value equal to 10 volt and beta value is equal to 100. Same VCC earlier problem they have given 12, now it is given 10. Okay, IE is same, VCC is just 10, VC value is given. Okay, so using this we have to design a collector to base biasing circuit. Okay, so this is the solution. Okay, so very simple compared to first circuit. Okay, so first one, I will take the last equation, that is the VCB. feedback part, VCB is nothing but IB into RB. Okay, IB into RB. IB is nothing but IE RB by beta plus 1. Why I have taken this equation? Because everything is given here, right? So VCB I have to calculate. Okay, so VCB can be calculated from VCE, whatever they have given. Okay, so this is okay. So RB value you have to calculate. Beta value is given 100. IE value is 1 milliamps. VCB, if I know, I can calculate the RB. So how VCB is calculated? So VCB is nothing but VC minus VBC, VBE. Okay, so VCB is also given as. So if you have a transistor here, like this, it is there. No, it is the base side. From there, resistor is given, and you have connected to collector side. Okay, so this is the collector to base, and you have the resistor here. So this VCB value. So one way you can calculate it is from this equation, IB into RB. Another way you can calculate this is, here you have the collector voltage VC, and here it comes the emitter voltage VE. Okay, so VC is they have given. Okay, so VC is nothing but what? As like earlier I told, VC is nothing but VC minus VE. Okay, so this collector to emitter voltage is VCE. Okay, so since emitter side no resistors are connected here, it is connected to ground, so V value is straight away 0. Okay, V will nothing drop. Okay, V is 0, so VC is equal to VC. That's why here VC is written. So VC is nothing but VC minus VBE. So if I subtract this value and this value, if I subtract, I will get this value. This is applying the KVL around the transistor here. Okay, so this is the standard equation also. So if you have studied, I think maybe in electronic devices, maybe exactly this equation you have may not be taken. Some basic equation you have taken. If you alter that, you will get that equation. Okay, so VCE minus VBE. So VC value is VCE because IV value is 0. That's why it is 2.3. This is given in the problem. VBE is silicon transistor 0.7. So you got 1.6. So now VCB is known, beta value is known, IE is known. So you can calculate the RB. RB can be written as VCB by IE into beta plus 1. So VCB calculated 1.6 divided by IE is 1 milliamp, beta plus 1, 100 plus 1. So you will get, when you calculate, 161.6 kilo ohm. Okay, so it is 161.6 kilo ohm. Next, IE value, that is the first equation I will use, VCC minus VBE by RC plus RB by beta plus 1. This equation we have derived now. So this equation I will use it. So everything is known here. Okay, only RC is unknown. That's why I will substitute. IE is 1 milliamps, VCC is 10, VB is 0.7, RC unknown, and RB value is 161.6 and beta plus 1. Everything I have substituted. I have to calculate RC here. So if I calculate this factor first, okay, so I will get RC plus 1.6 kilo. Okay, this numerator I will take here, and then 10 minus 0.7 is 9.3, and this 1 milli I will take in denominator, so it will become 9.3 kilo. From this RC is 9.3 minus 1.6, you will get 7.7 kilo. So in this circuit you have only two resistors. One is RC here, and one is RB. So design is over. So now what is little modification is, even in the last electronic device lab also you have seen. So when you have designed a circuit, you may not get the resistor value exactly same, right? Now 161 is there, but in lab 161 is not available. For that, what you have, BB Roy has a, so that you have studied 5% tolerance you can use. So using the 5% tolerance, you can use the nearest value to 161 and nearest value to 7.7. Okay, so in while doing the practicals and all. So here you can stop here. If you know the nearest value, if you available charts, so you can write that value. So since textbook we know the value, so I have given that value. Okay, if standard 5% resistor values are used, so I can choose RB equal to 160 kilo ohm and then RC equal to 7.5. Okay, 5% tolerance. Okay, 7.5, 7.7 was the design, 7.5. And RB 160. If I taking this value, am I satisfying the criteria or not? That also I have to check. I equal to 1 milliamps, VC equal to 2.3. For that, I will.
If we don't know the
Pardon?
Sir, if you don't know the condition of the tolerance, like I don't remember, sir, exactly how did we do that, BB Roy.
No,
So
this
how are
is
we supposed to do it?
no. This is part. Don't worry about that. If you take that 161.6 also, no, don't worry. Okay. Since in textbook I have given, I am explaining this part. Okay. In exam, don't worry about this. You can keep that same. Okay. Or else 161.6 is there. 160 you can write like that. Okay. Like
Okay,
160,
sir.
165
Approximately.
like that. You can write. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
now this value I will substitute back in same equation, i.e. so VCC minus VBE by RC plus RB by beta plus 1. Using this new value 160 and 7.5, I am getting IE value equal to 1.02. Okay, which is satisfying our design value 1 milliamps approximate, right? So then this is okay. Similarly, VC value. So VC is nothing but VC. Both are same in this case. It is VBE plus IBRB. Okay, so VBE plus IBRB. So VBE plus IERB by beta plus 1. I will substitute the values here same. So I will get it is 2.3 volt. It is not changing. Okay, so then I can use this value. Okay, that is the thing. So whatever value you take, you can cross verify using the same equation. So if it is coming too much changes, don't go for that value. Okay. So this analysis part. So that's why I'm considering this. Clear? Okay. So this completes the BJT biasing part. The two circuits we have discussed yesterday. One I have discussed, and its problem I have done today. And second circuit I have taken with only two register values, RB and RC, and both we have calculated with a problem. Okay, so this completes that part. So in the next class we'll take the small signal operation of this BJT part, okay, and the models. Clear? So now you can ask